Good morning, traders. It is Friday, the 3rd of October. Welcome to Non-Farm Payrolls Day. It's going to be a great day today. A lot of volatility. Hope we can take care of that. Put some extra coin in your pockets. Today's Traders Daily Discipline, I'll be a little brief for you. I just wanted to get the day started for you, give you something to think about while we're getting prepped for what could be a big move today. Obviously, don't want to keep you from that. But I just wanted to continue our thoughts from earlier in the week. And actually, it's a central theme to what I believe in earnest about how we make the real money doing this. So let's get right to work. Here's our quote to get us started. I was always looking outside myself for strength and confidence, but it comes from within. It is there all the time. And that was from Anna Freud, who was the youngest daughter of Sigmund Freud, went on to become a psychoanalyst herself. I personally don't subscribe to the work that Sigmund Freud did. I think he was, I think, my opinion, what do I know? But I think he was sort of a transhumanist. He just really doesn't think much beyond, I guess, our brain is the answer to everything, which maybe it is and maybe it isn't. And for those of you out there that have got a little bit of brain of your own going on, you have noticed that most people don't use theirs. And when they do use it, they're using it in some upside down crazy way that makes you go, what is that all about? And we've all had our share of those experiences. But the reason I think this quote is very apropos for what we do in the markets and why I think it's important for us to just give a little rumination on this, give this some thought and let it bury around in your brain for a little bit and see what you come up with. But what I like about what Anna said here is that she was always looking outside of herself for strength and confidence, but that comes from within, and it was always there. And that's what I want to encourage you about your trading approach and your trading method. It's all inside your mind. It's inside of you. It's not outside of you. Probably this one of the top problems, hindrances that we give ourselves every day is this concept that winning in the market is something from outside of me. It has to do with which market I trade, how often, what time frame, whether or not my analysis approach is good or bad or indifferent or what can I, and all of those might have a place inside our methodology and our market presence. But the real issue about using all of that comes from inside our head. If you're looking for a bullish market, you will find all the reasons you need to be bullish. Maybe you don't realize you're doing that you're bringing a presupposition to the table, but maybe you are. What is it that's outside of yourself that you think is going to make the big difference when in reality, what's going to make the big difference is already there? It's in between your ears. What is that you think matters but really doesn't? What is it that you're focusing on that you believe will assist you, but it really won't? What is it that you're ignoring about your own mental process? Or what are you excusing that says, you know what, I don't have that problem? Or you know what, I don't need to give that any thought because I'm an expert at what I do. All of those issues can be hindrances to making money consistently. And if you really want to make money, a lot of money, more money than you think you know what you can do with, those kind of numbers are available to anybody, but most of us never get there, do we? And why is that? Because we really don't believe we're going to do that, which means we bring our biggest hindrances to the table all the time. And a lot of times we just really don't believe that about ourselves, about our opportunities. I sat down and figured out one time that if you and I, starting with $100, right? Starting with $100, we're only a handful of trades away from $1 million. And you know what? There's opportunities to double your account balance all the time. So why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we taking our $100 and turning it into $1,000 every month? Why don't we do that? Because we don't believe it's possible? Well, we might think it's possible, but it's going to be hard. Why? I don't know. I got to find the right opportunities. Well, you are the right opportunity. Stop and think about it. You have $100. If you can figure out a way to make $10 an hour, that's $80 a day. That's $800 by the middle of the month. There's your grand. Can you make $10 an hour trading? Of course you can. Most people would never stop to think of it that way. Oh, I got to buy this and sell that. Well, wait a minute. $10 an hour. What? That's how much money is that? That's a handful of pips. There's got to be places I can do that every day, a couple of times an hour. There are some people that have built a trading method that way. Maybe you could. Maybe you might be the first one that that does something as creative as that. Because it's really not creative, it's just exploitive. You're the creativity. What can you come up with to reach those goals? How flexible can you be in your market approach or your methodology that you hadn't considered before because you hadn't considered it before? See, what you're looking for to really win, it's inside your head. It's inside your head. It's all there. It's been there the whole time. All the stuff that you think is important that's outside of you are like reflections. Like I use this illustration a lot, and I tell people all the time, the market is a mirror. What do you see in any mirror? Whatever you put in front of it. So when you stand in front of the market, you're looking at your own thinking. What are your thoughts telling you? So I'm going to leave you with that for right now, guys. Let's get to work. Don't forget today is some big numbers coming out in the market, so let's use those to our advantage, shall we? And I will see you guys on Monday. Don't forget, though, I'm going to do my weekly performance wrap up this Saturday, tomorrow. That'll be posted as well, so you guys are welcome to have a look at that. I will be honest with you. This week, you might want to come and look. It's been a scratch week for the most part. Not a really big week. Had some bad beats, just frustrating. But that's okay, because we have all next week to make our unfair share, which we're going to do. Guys, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Good luck today.